Long ago, in a time since forgotten, many great warriors did battle to protect what we hold dear. However, as the time passed, the challenge to maintain balance became much greater than these warriors could handle alone. Abandoned by their creators, these once great warriors fell, and the ages passed. However, now is the time of reckoning. Now it is up to us, the chosen, to restore balance. It is up to us to bring these warriors back to their former glory. Rise up, Scrub Nation. It is up to us to take command. This is the beginning, and these are the tales of those long since forgotten.
Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and it's that time once again. A couple of y'all been hitting me up on Discord, on Twitter, and on YouTube in the comment section asking when are we finally going to be getting episode 2 for Tales of the Forgotten. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the time is almost here. Now, in case you're new to the channel or you didn't see my previous Tales of the Forgotten video, this is basically a video series that I came up with as a way to showcase some of the underused and basically forgotten characters in Marvel Future Fight. Hence the name, Tales of the Forgotten Characters that came in, and when they came in, they may have been decent or even very, very good, but as the game progressed, they just got less and less playtime, and the dev team never really went back to give them a uniform or a rework, or if they got a uniform or a rework, it just didn't do enough to make the character have any kind of staying power. Right, so essentially these characters just fall by the wayside. Most people will tell you, myself included, not to build them, and essentially the only time you should be looking at them is when your roster is completely done and you're basically just in that mentality of, oh, I gotta catch them all, right? I just want to finish my roster and have every character in the game. That's basically the only time you should be building some of these characters. So as you can see right here, the last time we made a video for the series was on May 28th. Well, I guess we did a video that was kind of like a 1.5 or maybe even an episode 2, but I didn't title it as such, right? So many of you guys are wondering, when is episode 2 gonna come? Because we did bring back Craven ever so slightly, and I wanted to do a bit more with him, but it just didn't really work out. Right, it didn't really work out. In case you missed the first video, right, we gave Craven level 70, we got his gears to like 22, we gave him a CTP of Rage, we took him into Shadowland, right, and he didn't really pan out. We took him into like World Boss, he didn't really pan out. It's a bit unfortunate, right, but that's the thing. That's why these are characters that you guys should not be building. Right, and the only reason I'm building them is basically for 2 reasons. One, because the longer you play the game, right, I guess the more stale it becomes because I'm spending so much time playing it, but also it's a way to basically highlight some of these characters and show the dev team that, hey, we remember that these characters are still in the game. Do you remember? Right, basically saying at some point these characters need to be elevated, right, to where the game currently is. Their kit needs to be rebalanced, or they need to get new uniforms, etc. Right, they're not just here to look pretty. So with that being said, oh, by the way, in case you guys are wondering, like I said, 1.5, but I didn't really title it as such, right? We brought back Destroyer because he was actually a really good counter unit, right? Ever so slightly for the Silver Savage or the Demonic Savage, right? So that was kind of my 1.5, and that's why we didn't make a dedicated video for June, but we're in July now. So it's time, ladies and gentlemen. So I went through the archives, right? The Marvel Future Fight archives. I went all the way back to 1.2. This is the first patch that we got when the game launched, like 2 weeks after the game launched, basically, right? In 2015, we got this patch right here. Back in those days, right, even 1-star characters were being used, 1 to 3-star characters, and you could only go up to level 40. Crazy how times have changed, right? So basically what I did is what I told you guys I would be doing. The way how this series is going to be structured is very simple. We're gonna start with the characters that were released first, right? So we're going all the way back to April 2015, basically, right? And then we're gonna work our way through 2015. We're gonna do a showcase for all of those old characters that nobody uses anymore. Then we're gonna jump into 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, etc. Right? So what I did was I actually went back to 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.42. Like, it's crazy, man. And the funny thing is, if you go right here, 1.2, like, you remember these, by the way, old players, long-time players. Do you remember these updates, bro? Where we used to get character rebalancing, multiple characters, getting skill changes and stuff, bro? Where are those? Like, right now, we're in that, oh my God, we're in the darkest part of Marvel Future Fight. It's kind of sad, right? Because look at this, man. So many characters got rebalanced, right? And it was more than just like face paint, skill changes. Like, it was just crazy, man. Where's the love, Future Fight dev team? Where's the love for your baby? I don't know, man. I realistically don't know. So yeah, I went to 1.5, went to 1.6, 1.7, which brought in Jessica Jones. She was never good then. She's still not good now. We went all the way to 1.8, and this was the last update of 2015. So what I basically did was I selected 15 characters from 2015, right? Yeah, see? Anyway, 15 characters from 2015. Now, these are not all the characters that were released in 2015, right? Because when the game officially launched, we had 36 characters already in the game. Now, the reason why I chose 15 here is because I wanted to like make it like easier for people to decide, because I'm only basically giving you one vote each, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to vote. I'm going to make it very easy for me to keep track of stuff, right? So I chose 15 characters because I thought it would be funny, right? And also, I didn't want to make the polling very, very long. However, we're going to work through all the characters eventually, and hopefully every character will get a showcase. Well, at least everyone that I think is no longer being used. Because let's say, for example, like Spider-Gwen not being used right now. Silk not being used right now. Spider-Man Miles Morales kind of being used right now. He has that Into the Spider-Verse uniform. He's pretty lit, right? And I'm probably going to use him next week in Shadowland to show you guys that he's actually pretty damn cool, right? So he's probably not going to be featured on Tales of the Forgotten because he's not really forgotten. But people like, you know what I'm saying, Silk, Spider-Gwen, and others, they're completely forgotten. Like, besides like the super fan. Obviously, no character in this game is going to ever truly be forgotten because like you maybe throw them on your team in Shadowland to fill up a spot or something, or maybe you just really love that character and no matter how garbage they are, you still find a way to use them, right? That's fine. But to the vast majority of the player base, some of these characters are an eyesore and they don't even bother building them up, right? Even if they have like a whale account, they'll leave certain characters at 1 star. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tales of the Forgotten event poll. And basically, I made this 2 hours ago. I'm going to give you a link in the description and I'm going to pin it to the top of the comment section. Let me know if you guys like this idea, right? So basically, I chose 50 characters here and the poll basically says, choose the character you'd like us to showcase this month, right? So we put Ultron. Obviously, we're still waiting for Ultron to be as great as he should be. Gamora, same deal. Launched with the bloody game, basically, and she still can't get no love 5 years later. Giant Man, he has the Pimtron uniform, but I think people still forgot about him. So, like, I don't know, man. I put him here, but I guess it's up to you guys if you want to see like a Pimtron showcase, or it's like a base kit Giant Man with like the blue uniform, because Giant Man was the shit back in the day. Bro, Giant Man was literally the Jean Grey of Marvel Future Fight at one point. Crazy, right? You go look at Giant Man's kit, there's nothing there. It just really shows you how little we had in the game, right? And how much the game has really evolved. Because Giant Man was Jean Grey, like when I started, like he carried you through content, story mode, etc. Right? He was used in freaking Battle World, all that stuff, man. It was crazy. Singularity, always been trash. Daredevil, always been trash. Deathlock, who? Anyway, Sif, really hoping she gets good. MODOK, I was really hoping for something in this update. Blade, still waiting on justice for Blade. Black Cat, Silk was my baby. I love the white suit for her. Spider-Gwen, we got Jessica Jones, we got Werewolf, and then we got the fat man, right? DJ, I'm just playing, man. We got Kingpin, right? So, I'm actually gonna vote right now. I'm not telling you guys who to vote for, but I am going to vote. So basically how this is gonna work, right? I'm gonna leave you the link. You come here, you get one vote. You choose a character, any character at all. Maybe a character you like, maybe a character just for the memes, right? Whatever. Because at the end of the day, I'm in a place right now where my roster is completely developed. And the only thing I can really do to make my roster better is work on my cards, and that's completely RNG. I have every tier 3 in the game. I have every tier 2 in the game, not trying to flex. Obviously, I don't have every level 70 because that would be like taking out another mortgage. So that's a no-no. But what I can do is I can showcase some of your favorite characters possibly to entertain you guys in the down periods between updates, right? I'm not saying we're in a down period right now because there's still plenty to do, right? The Hulk update is still pretty spicy, but I wanted to put this out there because it's going to take me a little while to build up these characters to the point, or this character rather, to the point where I want to showcase them. Because if they have a uniform, I'm going to buy the uniform when it's on sale, because we only buy stuff when it's on sale, okay? So if they have a uniform that I don't have, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to get that uniform to Mythic. If they have a level 70, I will get them to level 70 and maybe throw a couple levels on their gear, maybe 22 across the board to give them some additional stats. We'll get them uru'd up, and then actually I'll do that in a video so you guys see who wins and all that stuff. And then I'm going to do an additional poll where, just like this, where I'm going to say, hey, what CTP do you guys want me to try with so-and-so? Like, instead of me picking, I'm leaving everything up to you besides just how far we push them, right? I'm going to push them to as far as I can go with them without completely shafting my count, okay? So basically, whenever we get things sorted, right, I'm probably gonna leave this up for like a couple of days, right? So whenever we get stuff sorted and we pick up a uniform for them, we're gonna build them up, and then I'm gonna give you guys an additional poll basically saying what CTP do you want to see on them: energy, rage, regen, refinement, etc. And I'm gonna let you guys pick for maybe like 48 hours, and then we'll just slap it on them, and then we'll run with it. All right, so that's basically how this is going to work. Now, because I wanted MODOK to get something in this goddamn update, because MODOK, in case you didn't know, is the final boss for the new story missions, and he tied in so perfect to the immortal orbit. I'm just so sad, bro. I wanted MODOK to get something so bad because it fit thematically, so I'm voting for MODOK. Let's go. Right, I know MODOK is trash, but it be like that, bro. So when you guys come here, you're gonna see one vote. That's me, right? And it's for the King Godok. So make sure you guys come in, vote. You don't have to vote for what I voted for, right? Vote for what you want, right? At the end of the day, that's the point of content creators. We're here to make mistakes, basically, or like, I guess, entertain you guys, but also like give you information that you don't have to make mistakes possibly, right? Basically, we're here to jump off a bridge, like test the water, see how deep things go, right? And then basically give you the information. And if you want to jump off the bridge too, right, go ahead, right? Terrible analogy, right? But you understand what I'm saying, right? We're here to make mistakes that you guys should probably never make. But at the exact same time, if the information that we find from taking those risks, right, end up being very rewarding, maybe it's something you want to do as well. Maybe you like some of these characters and you're waiting for them to get a uniform, and that day will at some point, like fingers crossed, eventually come. But until then, they're basically just sitting around with them doing nothing. And maybe if you invest into them, like I am going to invest into someone on this list, you could get something done with them in the meantime, right? So that's basically the long and short of it. You guys let me know what you think of this series. And basically all I'm asking is, if you like the series, just hit the like button for me, guys. I don't care how many views we get, that doesn't matter. I like to see whether or not you guys like the content. That's it, right? If we get 10 likes and 1 dislike, I'm good with that, right? Just want to know like how people are feeling when they're watching the stuff that I'm taking time to create, right? If you feel some type, if you don't like it, that's fine too. Like, I'm not gonna be upset. Hit the dislike button, right? But make sure you hit it 2 times, god damn it. Anyways, man, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, man. Y'all keep things spicy. You keep leaving me your thoughts in the comments, and I'll keep trying to cook up stuff for y'all, man. Chef Beast Mode, excuse me, Professor Beast Mode signing off. I'm gone. Stay safe. Peace.